episode. I ain't thanking y'all for another episode, but welcome to another episode of the Red River Rundown. We got a lot to talk about today. Obviously, UFC 329 was last night. Bunch of stuff to talk about there. We're going to talk about a little bit of NFL, college football talk, and then just be goofy as always. But gentlemen, let's start off with the NBA offseason. First, do y'all think the balance of power has shifted? And since all the offseason moves in the NBA, has the balance of power shifted, or do we expect New York, OKC, San Antonio to still be the teams to beat?
It all depends on where LeKing goes. All right, that's how we gauge the power balance in the NBA. No, honestly, I think we're in the same boat that we've been in from the parity that that I didn't think was gonna happen, but has continued to happen throughout the NBA over the past couple of years. I think it's honestly the same. I mean, you know, I think New York lost a really good piece in Mitch Robinson. How do you replace a guy like that for what he did on the offensive rebounding side and the defensive side? Because now New York doesn't have that guy coming off the bench. But I think New York will still be close. I think they'll still be in the mix like always. I mean, everybody else, I don't really see a lot of teams that have necessarily gotten worse that weren't already bad, and teams that were middle of the pack that got extremely better. So I think we're in the same spot. But that's just short version of what I think.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, in the West, I don't think anything changed. I mean, it's chalk. San Antonio, Oklahoma City. I think that's going to be the power for the next at least 3 or 4 years, barring any kind of crazy injury. Um, but in the East, man, it's I like I like the potential that Philly has, but we don't know until we see JB on the same court as Maxi and VJ. Um, I like on paper what the Wizards are doing, but who knows? It's AD and Trey Young. I mean,
Yeah, it's two
and
injury
then
prone guys, and then a potential
yeah,
for some young
like
people
I
to come in and make
I
a difference.
feel like the East is the same, but you might have some plug and replace between teams. Like I
Yeah,
think maybe Boston and Philly might have swapped spots. I think Washington may supplant Charlotte in the play-in kind of thing. Uh, I'll tell you what I really like, and I'm trying to be careful gauging my thoughts. Man, dude, Chicago. Have y'all watched any summer league,
I tried to the
Yeah,
other
a little bit.
day.
Obviously, you know who
bro?
I'm watching.
Bro, I think it is it Caleb Wilson out of North
Yes.
Carolina that they draft.
Yep.
Bro, he's been cooking in the summer league. He looks really good. So I mean I like maybe them in a couple of years with Giddy and what they got going, but
Is Indiana competitive again? Is really the
no,
question. But that's a huge question mark on them as a team.
I think they're
The
yeah.
Haliban will be back. So,
I mean, my dog will be back. I think it's going to take some
I
time for him to get
That's
get
what I'm
back
saying.
into the
Like
flow.
it's Nikhil.
well,
Like
they lost
I
a lot of
think
Yeah.
pieces over the
I think
Yeah,
they'll
but
last
get
they still
hot at
have,
the end.
off
bro.
Like
seasons.
They got
they'll
Zoo.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, don't get it twisted. They did some shit. They just,
And I like
yeah,
Nimhard. They got the
yeah,
Nimhard brother they have
yeah.
is
Yeah.
nice. I just think that Halliburton. I mean, it's going to take him a while to mentally. I think it takes
Yeah.
like towards the end of the year. I think they'll start to kind of put some stuff together and then be ready following year. That's
Yeah,
my opinion.
yeah, I agree. Do y'all think? Because to me, I agree with everything that y'all said. Who do y'all think won the off season though?
The
Because y'all,
Oklahoma City Thunder
because you
won the
know who I'm gonna
offseason.
say
Fuck out of here.
won the off season. The Ku Klux Lakers won the off season,
The
baby.
You know what's
Caucasian
crazy?
Lakers.
I like what LA's done.
I do
Honestly, I
too.
mean,
I actually do too. I don't think it. Again, I agree with you. I don't think that it shifts the power, but I do think that it puts them in. It at least makes them take the first step towards being able to shrink
yeah,
that gap.
I like
Um,
what Philly's done.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
really like
I
what
don't.
Washington's done.
yeah,
Yeah,
same.
I don't. I think the if the trade goes through with Kawhi,
Oh yeah, I forgot
that's
about
a
that.
that's a big move. But at the same time, they're still like investigating that because the Clippers are basically like, let's go ahead and sell everything on the team.
Oh,
Let's
they selling some
completely
information.
Yeah, let's completely implode and make all the bad moves possible. I
I
honestly, yeah, I overall I think necessarily the signings that happened and the trades that happened. Washington is trying, like Cameron
Yeah.
said it right. Like they're trying to do something differently now because they've been asked since Russ almost got them into the play-in. Or did they make the
Yeah.
playoffs with Russ?
I don't think
no,
they
I don't think
did.
they did.
Oh, okay. So I mean
I can't remember though. I know
that
that's the last time they were at least competitive.
That was the last
yes.
time
I
Bradley
mean
Beal was worth a shit.
yeah.
I forgot he was alive until you just said his
He
name.
like disappeared. He
Yeah.
was on the Clippers, and I was like, I don't see him
It
ever.
was the
Where
Suns,
is he?
bro. He got traded to Phoenix.
No, no,
Oh
no,
yeah.
no. He was on Phoenix, and then he got traded to the Clippers
Did he
this
sign with
past
Phoenix or
season.
did he get traded to Phoenix? I thought he got traded to Phoenix from
He got
Washington.
traded to the Clippers
He went to Phoenix.
after
Though.
he went to Phoenix first.
Yeah, no, but
Then
he's
he
asking you,
just
did
got
he get?
traded to the Clippers.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
That's-
did he get
we know that.
traded to the Suns?
fuck are you doing,
or-
man?
Yes, he did. He did. He got traded to.
Jesus
No, I was
Christ.
confused. I was like, "Why are you talking?" We were on the wrong timeline. I was like, "Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
I was
he
like, bro,
got
what's,
traded."
what's happening right now?
That's why
Yes.
I just stopped. I was like, I'm gonna let
Because he
Isaiah-
wanted
I'm gonna let him
out.
cook.
He wanted out of Washington because at that point there was almost nothing left. I mean, John Wall was done. Gortat had been gone for like 5 years at that point.
Gortat's been gone for a while.
No,
They've
but, I
been
mean,
bad for a long while, bro. I think
yes,
at least this is the first time in forever I think Washington can at least look at their team and say, I mean, maybe we're not horrible this year. Maybe we
It's
can
'cause they
actually,
went back to the Agent Zeros,
yeah, bro.
Jersey style.
Yep. Trey Young's finna take him, and Isaiah gonna hate the whole time. Isaiah gonna hate the whole time. Every time Trey Young hits a three, Isaiah gonna be like, "Bro, I don't even think he's that good."
he's not, and he's shown that
Hey, bro.
respectfully.
Hey,
He had
hey,
his time.
Hey, bro. Well, that leads me to the last NBA topic. Early MVP candidates. Mine is Trey Young. Now what?
Mine is Luka Doncic. Now what? You know what? That is crazy. Luka has been in the mix for the MVP for like 5 straight years, and he always gets superseded. I mean, of course, with Jokic and Shea, absolutely. But this, like, I just don't think he'll ever win one because I think there's other people coming up that will kind of surpass Luca. Not for the type of player that he is, but like the league will gravitate more towards that. Like I think Edwards gets an MVP before Luca does.
I don't. I mean, I get what you're saying. I truthfully do. This is what I'll say, and you know I'm a homer, so it don't really matter. Like people ain't gonna take the shit serious. But for Luca to win the MVP, the Lakers have to shrink that gap that I was talking about earlier between them and the Spurs and OKC. If they can do that, Luca will win the MVP.
Well, and I think overall,
yeah.
from like a success standpoint, I think that's his biggest problem. Sorry, Cameron, go ahead.
No, you're good. I'm just gonna tell you, I'm gonna go chalk. It's gonna be Wemby.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
everybody's so enamored with that. You know what? I'm gonna save it.
What? No,
He's gonna win the MVP. No, I wasn't gonna say no.
No, say it live. Say it live. We're
Tired
gonna
of
say
it.
it. Oh,
No, man.
okay.
I love the
Just checking.
French.
I'm just checking your temperature, man. You
Hey,
sounded
bro.
a little frustrated, a little irritated.
I just think man, Marlon and I talked a little bit about it. I just feel like he is an amazing player, like no question about it. But I get tired of people that I get tired of people that get mad when I say things like him being as freakishly big and long as he is just adds to his dominance. Pause. But it just adds to his mystique, you know, like he's unreal as a ball player. Like I mean, he just is. But he just wouldn't be as dominant as he is if he didn't have an 11-foot wingspan. That's all I'm saying.
Wouldn't you
it's
say
cool.
the same about Shaq?
Right? Did I not say the same about that yesterday when we were talking? I said Shaq, Giannis, LeBron. Like, if LeBron, when he was in his prime, was like what his dominance was, it wasn't necessarily bag or skill. It was anytime he wanted to get to the rim, he's getting there because he's big and he's fast and he's strong. Nobody was going to be able to stop him. Same
And
with
he can
Giannis.
pass the ball
Yeah,
really
like,
well.
I mean,
That's-
Shaq, the the dominant part of Shaq's game
Diesel,
was when he
brother.
was gonna, bro.
The
Yeah,
Diesel.
like, and that's great. He's got it. You know, whatever.
So I don't give a shit.
I just-
Nobody touches me down there. I have to.
It's
dunk
it's
it.
frustrating because you can see it now. Like, I love Shaq, but like when you hear Shaq talk ball, it's like, bro, no. There's different perspectives, and yours is like yours, which is the most dominant player ever. So you think that basketball is as easy as give me the ball and I'm gonna turn. Like, no, bro, not
Give me the ball,
everybody
I'ma
can do
dunk
that.
it.
Yeah, like not everybody can do that, bro. Like,
I wonder when.
Like, if Wemby didn't have his length, he's not doing the shit that, like, he's not throwing up a runner from the right side from 8 feet away from the rim and then in one step going off the other side of the rim with his other hand and catching it in the air and putting it back. That's all 10-foot wingspan. That's why he can do that. That's what I'm saying. Like, and like I said, it's kind of a.
So
It's
so
kind of a
he ain't
bullshit
winning.
complaint, but
Man, fuck that.
but it is
He
what
ain't
it
winning
is.
the MVP. He truthfully, he don't average enough points to win the MVP. I think
Yeah.
Wemby will continue to be he'll be a defensive player of the year. He'll always finish high in the MVP. But again, I think MVP is Luka or SGA, if we're being
Yeah,
real.
and the turnaround of their season is what created more of the hype around him this year. From me being a Spurs fan, like that's exactly why. It's because they went from like not being a play-in team to winning 64 games. That's a huge turnaround. It's the same thing that happened with Drake May and the Patriots. No hate intended. They went from 4-13 to 14-3. That's gonna give you a lot of hype around you, and especially if you're the best player on the team or you're the most recognizable one. It just adds to the mystique of, is this guy the MVP? Because do they look? I see MVP as how successful is your team truly without you on it. Is it do or die by you? And I think for Wemby's sake, the Spurs were still winning games when he wasn't playing.
I'll give y'all
Like 5-10 in a row, they were still winning.
my prediction is Wemby, but if I had to pick like a dark horse, I'm gonna say Jason Tatum.
No, he
No,
likes
Jaylen
Kobe too
Brown.
much.
There's way too much smoke around Jaylen Brown through the offseason. It just screams. It's kind of like the KD thing with Russ. Like, that opportunity, that door is wide open for Jason Tatum to go in there and be like, "This has been my team the whole fucking
Yep.
time. Fuck him."
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Sidestep
Fuck that
threes for days, baby.
bro.
Fucking
If
shoot
he would just
from
attack the rim, bro, I don't. That's god damn. The
You finna
Celtics
see
are.
that shit.
The Celtics
gotta throw
are
the hip out
today's
first.
James Harden Rockets, bro. It pisses me off. All they do is jack threes. I'm like, dude, attack. Go to the rim.
Hey,
God's
Cole.
sakes.
Cole watching this mad, but Cole, you know, every time in Boston the last few years when times get tough,
Sidestep, ugly ass three, bro. Oh,
Yeah.
shit. But yeah, those are my two.
all right. Well, we keep pushing. Go over to the NFL. Who are some of the teams that y'all think going into training camp have the most pressure, or you know what I'm saying?
Buffalo.
Like, hey,
Cleveland Browns.
I'll get to you in a second, Isaiah. Buffalo, expand on that, Cam.
It's to me, it's classic. I mean, you've been one of the teams that's supposed to be there year in and year out since what 2019, and you've gotten rid of what 2 diva wide receivers. You've gotten rid of all the old heads on your defense. I mean, now you've gotten rid of your head coach and brought in the quarterback whisperer of the NFL. Like, what is the excuse now for Josh Allen? So it's either get it done or your whole time there is a flop. So I feel like Buffalo's probably most pressure in my opinion.
To step on that too, which we can keep them together, but is that going to mean that you're also saying that Josh Allen is the quarterback with the most to prove this upcoming year,
Yeah.
or would you? Okay, I vibe with it. Isaiah, Cleveland.
I was
Cleveland.
just joking. I truly
I was
feel like
like-
the Chiefs have the most pressure on them.
And I'm going to ask the follow up question as well. Do you think Mahomes has the most pressure of any quarterback going into this year, or do you agree with Cam that it's Josh Allen?
It's still Josh Allen because Mahomes has already done it. I think the most pressure is on them because they're in a spot right now where if they don't look like a playoff team midway through the year, if they're like sub 500 or 500 or a game above, then is when we start talking like, I think it really is over. Like Cameron said it last year, it was over last year, but I think the last glimmers of hope for people because of the Mahomes injury.
Yeah, you better
They're
be
gonna be
careful.
like-
You're treading dangerous water right now, man.
No, I'm not.
Don't walk this fire with me.
No. I'm just saying in the sense of like from like beat writers of the NFL and stuff like that, they're going to have that discussion of, oh no, I think it's truly over because last year it was like injuries and you got a new OC running, you're not running the football right, and
Bro.
so I think they have the most pressure to at least look like a top tier AFC team like they have for 5-7 years in a row.
See, and with like Kansas City, even the year before, they finished I think with 13 wins, but like 8 of the 13 wins, it was
Field
like
goals.
ball bounced their way kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
You know, and it was like people were already kind of ready to jump off of that year. And so they came in last year with a little bit of pressure and they got the injury excuse, which is valid. I mean, you got beat up. You got a lot of your big players got beat up. So, I mean, I agree. Kansas City's probably has some pressure for sure.
Now on the oh no, go ahead, Marlon.
Which team did you say, Isaiah? You said the Chiefs. And then
Yeah.
Josh Allen. All right, give me one.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because I'm a hater. The Cincinnati Bengals and Joe Burrow have the most
yes.
pressure going forward
Yeah.
because every year we are led to believe that this is the year that the Cincinnati Bengals turn everything around and Joe Burrow continues his dominance that has now been 4 years ago. I think, like you guys said, the Chiefs had a bunch of pressure and they had the built-in injury excuses. At some point, it runs out. For the Bengals, I believe it has ran out. There is no more excuses. You have Jamar Chase, you have T. Higgins, you have Zach Taylor, who, if he does not produce, will be fired.
And Sexy Dexy, by the way.
Yeah, you make that move to help your defense. There's no excuses. There's no excuses for Joe Burrow to come out and try to play hero ball and get himself hurt. There's no excuse for their offense and defense to not be able to click and sync and at least be competitive. And honestly, there's no excuse for the Cincinnati Bengals to not make the playoffs. The problem is I just don't think they will.
And see, they were on my list because of just the simple reason of when everybody told them to fire Zach Taylor, they retained him. One more year, big dog. Like we're giving you one more. I also I felt like a wild card for my pressure going before a couple of weeks ago. I had Jacksonville in there because the way they finished last season was that fool's gold kind of deal. But then I saw everybody coming out and picking Houston and trying to give Indianapolis some more love, and I'm like, okay, well nobody fucking believes in Jacksonville anyway, so
So we're
No
talking
pressure.
about AFC teams. Is there anybody on the NFC side?
Rams.
Yeah, the Rams have a ton of pressure, but
Because Matt was like, let's run it back.
well, I think
And
they're
you
kind
got
of
Miles. But getting Miles Garrett, I don't feel like there's a lot of pressure for him. I think for them necessarily, like how they lost that game to not make it to the Super Bowl.
You don't think? Yeah, that's the
That was an
like
absolute back and forth game, man. I
you're
mean,
right, but you adding now Miles Garrett, now you're looked at like you got to do it. They basically took all those picks and said, "Hey, we don't even care about them picks," and so it's understood they have to win right now because
yeah,
Matt is only here for another year or two. Miles
yeah.
Garrett is probably gone after that. So you know what I'm saying? Because he's older. It's not like he's gonna be around
I
for
think
another
he's
4
29
years.
or 30. Yeah, 29 or 30.
Yeah,
So,
I'll
because
so
he came in the
he's
same draft as Tej.
yeah.
I'll
So
throw another one in there just because I've really enjoyed talking about him for the last few weeks. But Philly's got some pressure to me. You
oh
got AJ
yeah,
Brown out of there. All right, let's see what Jalen Hurts can do without him.
yeah.
That's
Well, he's got an All-Pro
you got
starting
your
wide
diva out of
receiver
the damn locker
in
room.
Makai
Yeah.
Lemon. Uh,
Hey,
I think they'll
honestly,
be fine, but you know, your excuse was all the diva shit in the locker room last year. Like it's all the distraction, all the headlines, and the shit that he was saying on the podcast or the game chats or whatever. You know, he's gone now. So
no excuses.
get your locker room in order.
Yep.
Go out and play ball. Let's see what
Yep.
happens.
Yep. Because
and
now,
like
now
always,
if they don't produce, if they hold
Yeah.
on before you go birds and all that bullshit, it'll be fine. They'll be fine, right? They have to
Oh,
be fine because if they're
yes.
not, those early rumblings of if Jalen can't do it, maybe they start peeking at quarterbacks in the upcoming drafts. Maybe they look at the Ravens who want to give maybe Lamar Jackson a change of scenery, right? Maybe Joe Burrow needs a change of scenery. He's got to. That's a ton of pressure. That's a ton of pressure.
And like always, the Dallas Cowboys have all the pressure in the world to win a Super Bowl for Jerry Jones before he
Jerry
leaves. Jerry Jones, my Dallas Cowboys.
Do you think like real low key? Do you think that Dallas has like what do y'all think is real life the high percentage that Dallas wins a Super Bowl? Because we're seeing it in other sports now. Teams that have been on droughts finally overcome an obstacle. Is it time
Well,
for the Dallas Cowboys to win a Super Bowl again?
you know,
Did
they still
address?
don't have the biggest gap though. So I think for them, like, no, go ahead. What were you gonna say, Cameron?
Did they address their interior D line issues last year, or their like the middle of the defense?
Well,
I
I
don't
think
remember what
Quentin
they did in the
Williams
offseason.
finally getting in the system. Kenny Clark wasn't a bad guy, but they got thrown into a terrible situation on the defensive side of the ball because they're trying to learn things on the fly week to week, and that just doesn't result in like
Yeah,
success.
this should be when you actually see that like see their run defense and their interior.
And they always
improve.
draft high prospect DNs. That's just what Jerry
I
likes.
just
So they got one in the draft. So
I think their ceiling is NFC East title, maybe NFC Championship appearance. I just can't, man. I can't see them getting past the Rams. I can't see them. I mean, they historically can never beat the 49ers in the postseason. It's 49ers just running down
no,
their
if
throat.
you watch the documentary, they did it
No,
twice, Cameron. Back
man.
in '91
Come on-
and in
come on,
'93, they did it.
I'm
No.
not. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. You could rewatch this episode and see the depression set in whenever I noticed that the Steelers are the AFC's Cowboys.
I saw
I was
you
like,
look up.
I was like, damn, because you said they're always gonna get high prospect edges, and I'm like, yeah, that sounds like Pittsburgh.
fuck. Well, also too, I think realistically speaking, every year that we thought the Cowboys were going to get back to the Super Bowl, they didn't. So I think at this point, I look at it like they are who they are, and when it does happen, I think the world will finally rest because the amount of shit that is surrounded by the and the lore behind them just winning a Super Bowl again is insane. They're America's team still, and the owner is a lot of cause for those rumblings and those issues within the team, like he always has been.
Best team I had is that '95 team.
Yeah, this is our best chance to go get winning
I
the
think
Super Bowl.
I was talking to Steven the other morning, and I said, Steven, as God is my witness, this reminds me of Troy and Michael and Emmett.
You're like, bro, there is not the same.
No, it's not. But hey, who do y'all think are some people that are getting hyped for the Super Bowl or being true contenders that are actually pretenders? Isaiah, I know who you're gonna say.
What? Who?
Who? Name it.
I think
just
the
say.
Ravens. I think the Ravens are
Ooh.
pretenders. I think they.
Ooh.
I think we have reached the peak of the Ravens as a football team since Lamar Jackson has been drafted. Now, if we look back in about 7 months from now, and the Ravens are running out of that tunnel to play in the Super Bowl, I will stand corrected. However, every single time Lamar Jackson makes a playoff run, he does something absolutely insane that causes them to lose and turn the ball over. And he just, I think big moments for him as a team, they don't look good. They're not gelling together at that time. But during the regular season, they could be dominant in stretches, absolutely dominant, defensively and offensively. When they added Derrick Henry, they looked like the poised and promised team to make it to the Super Bowl and to win it. It didn't matter what happened.
Can I interject just for a second?
Yeah.
Just for a second. In that AFC Championship game, Lamar definitely had some turnovers early in that game. But I don't think it was really all just on him because I think was it the Zay Flowers fumble?
It was the fumble, and then it was the drop by Mark Andrews.
Yeah.
But that was the first time that Lamar looked like he could have actually took that leap and won that game to get them to the Super Bowl.
Yes. So with that
To get to the
being,
AFC Championship.
I believe that was he got beat by the Bills last year,
Yeah,
or the year before, and that was the Mark Andrews drop, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
right? Both of those being very positive outlooks from Lamar. Do you think that them getting a new coach can actually be that injection that maybe he needed? The same way that Cam was mentioning of Josh Allen earlier, obviously, but do you think that, maybe playing the game a different way with Jesse Minter, you think maybe that helps? Maybe, hey, we're not going to make you be MVP Lamar Jackson. Maybe we're going to scale that shit in and just play a different style. You know what I mean? You're not going to win any more MVPs, but maybe you're more primed and your body is more ready to go into a deep playoff push.
Well, I think that those opportunities for them to do that, they've been there, though. He looked like a better passer. They were running the ball to where he didn't have to run the ball as much. They were doing those things to set him up for success. And then in moments, yeah, he looked good, but there was also moments he looked really, really bad. And you're trying to figure out what version of Lamar Jackson do the Baltimore Ravens actually need for them to actually win a Super Bowl. Because right now, I think they're trying to find a balance between, good running threat and passer, but I still don't believe that they have the proper receiving core that they need to make that happen. Mark Andrews is getting older. He's not the same type of Pro Bowl tight end that he used to be. You cannot name 7 wide receivers that he's had to throw to that have had 1,000 yards receiving. He's been in the league 7 years. The closest one, I think his rookie year, he had Steve Smith, and Steve Smith had 998. Zay Flowers has shown flashes, but who's your number one guy? Who's your number one receiver? And they've never had that. Rashad Bateman's not that. Old D Hop is not that.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. A different voice can help get those things. Maybe Harbaugh was the reason that they kept going and get I trust a veteran in that position. Because again, you say that about Lamar. How many times did Harbaugh sell? We watched him fourth quarter after being up 18, and he's fighting for his life, and you're like, no, they're gonna crumble. They're gonna do that. But keeping it pushing.
Cameron, do you have a pretender?
A pretender?
Yeah, pretender.
Sorry,
sure
I
you
was
don't
so
want
long.
this? You sure you want the smoke?
Yeah.
The Kansas City Chiefs.
We've already.
I just don't. I'm not a believer. I can't get past what I watched 2 years ago and all the horse shit. You know, oh, we won 13 games. But did you watch the fucking games? Because they were ugly. That was like any OU fan hyping up the Caleb Williams year. Yeah, we won 11 games, and it was 11 fucking nail biters that were ugly as shit for the whole game. Caleb Williams literally had to strip his own goddamn running back to beat Kansas. Like, you know, that's not something that, yes, it's you find ways to win. That's the name of the game. But eventually that's not that ball. I mean, the ball's not going to bounce your way eventually. So, and then last year, pre-Pat Mahomes injury, they were out of the playoff discussion. They were out of the top 8 or 9, whatever goes to the damn playoffs.
Yeah. They had a losing record at that time.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, they didn't look good. It looked like some of the key players were quitting on the games. Like, you know, I don't like to bring up shit, but like, you know, on the Trevor Lawrence on the game-winning run, Chris Jones just gave up on the play. If Chris Jones doesn't give up on the play, Trevor Lawrence is sacked. Ball game. You know, it's like I look at shit like that and I'm like, okay, I don't think Travis Kelce to me is washed. He's not. His head is not locked in like it used to be. You know, so. And yeah, they got what's his name from Seattle at running back. Might help the running game, but I don't know. I'm not a believer in Kansas City.
His name is Super Bowl MVP Kenneth
care.
Walker III.
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay,
yeah, whatever.
Put some respect on this
Yeah, I don't
man's
care.
name.
They had a good running back before he got there.
Who, Pacheco?
Yeah,
Pacheco was
Pacheco.
decent.
Kansas
But
City
he wasn't no
has-
Super Bowl MVP.
Their problem
Also,
wasn't-
they
Bro,
haven't
their
had
problem-
1,000-yard rusher in how long?
It's not because they haven't had a
Larry
running
Johnson.
back capable. They run a 2-back system. Well, as soon as they brought what's his nuts back, actually since they've had Clyde Edwards-Helaire, it's been a 2-back system. And their run by committee has always been good. The problem wasn't the running backs. The problem was their line can't hold blocks. There's no fucking holes to run through. That's the problem. Like, the problem is Pat Mahomes can't sit in the pocket. He gets fucking murdered. Like, he's running for his life, and guess who he doesn't have anymore? He doesn't have Tyreek Hill to run down the field 80 fucking yards. Like,
But he has Xavier
Sorry.
Worthy and Crashy Rice.
horse shit. Horse shit,
Crashy Rice, baby.
bro.
Crashy
Although
Rice.
Rashee Rice, that I mean, I do think that was part of the reason why they struggled last year. Was he suspended? He got hurt.
He got hurt.
He was suspended, then got
Both.
hurt.
He was suspended and then got hurt. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because
He served
I
his
know
suspension
that
and then
connection
immediately
was
got
pretty
hurt.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That connection is, I mean, whatever.
It's all
I mean,
right, but
maybe-
it's still
yeah.
not the. It's not the same thing as Mahomes and Tyreek.
And I
Who
just look at
will
the other
be
teams-
available?
I look at the other teams in the division that are elevating. You know, Denver's a lot better.
Yeah.
The Chargers are a lot
Dolphins
better.
all over the world.
Tell him, fins up, baby.
Yeah.
Anyways,
You got
that's
to
my
be successful.
sorry.
You have to leave Miami.
Yes.
My other pretender, honestly, is Cincy.
Oh yeah,
keep it
we've
a
already
sec,
gone.
bro. Like-
yeah,
He's
we've already gone through that.
I'm standing on that, bro. They're pretenders. They are,
shit.
bro. Like every year. When are we off of this, bro? Like they're the same way that you as a viewer feel about Atlanta, or the same way that you feel about like Tampa, or maybe this is their year. And then they're just not very good. That's Cincy. Every year. It looks good. It always looks good.
I think
And then they play.
the hype
that's what
around
happens
it
when you-
is the fact that they went to the Super Bowl for the first time in like 40 years. It probably adds to that lure behind like, man, hey, we're close. Hey, you see, hey, Joey B, we did it, baby. Like, I think if we if we get the defense a little bit better, we'll have a chance. But then when they start playing, and you're like, oh no, yeah, they're scoring 35 points, but they're giving up 45. I
Bro,
don't think
it's
they're
like-
gonna win.
That's what happens when you put so much into the all the fixins, and
All
you don't
the
put enough
fixins.
in the. You don't put enough into the meat and potatoes, baby.
The meat
They don't
and
have a line.
potatoes.
They don't have a front seven, bro. That's why they don't win. Is
Yeah.
all their money is tied to their skill position guys,
Facts.
and Joey
All-
B.
All three of them.
And they've been
Because
drafting just
duds.
yeah,
Bro.
absolute duds. Now I'll give you this. Cincy, on paper, you're like, bro, if they can fix these things, they should be pretty damn good.
Yeah.
They just
they
just
got
don't.
a little appetizer of what
Yeah.
success was really like by going to the Super Bowl and having, when Joe Burrow's healthy, they get into a deep run in the playoffs. If he's healthy and they make the playoffs both times, he's only been what 2 or 3 times, I think.
Who,
playoffs?
wait, what?
2.
Yeah,
Yeah, so they've only been in the
He went
playoffs
to the
twice.
Super Bowl, and then the next year got beat out earlier, or in
Yeah.
the second round.
second round, yeah.
Yeah, so you're like, I mean, if we could just get there, I think that's the biggest hype around Cincinnati. But at the same time, I kind of agree with Marlon.
Oh,
Joe
you have
Burrow
to.
is slowly becoming Dan Marino right before our eyes.
No. Dan was healthier a lot more than Joe Burrow. And here, before we move on and talk about Conor McGregor and the UFC,
Yes.
you guys remember we go out in our youthful days. We'd go to
yeah.
establishments and we'd do some drinking, and we would leave and we'd go to these places and go eat like an IHOP or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's probably not the best food, but to us, amazing. 5-star classic, right?
Yes.
Waffle House.
But now it's just not good. That's Cincy, bro. That's you know what I'm saying? Like that's them, bro. Like at one point, yes.
I loved Taco
amazing,
Bell
yeah.
at one point.
Brother.
Now,
Yeah, that's
I haven't
Cincy.
even thought about it.
Cincy is all the bad decisions that you made, and you're like, oh damn, I can't do that anymore. And it's like, yep, you're right. That was a while ago when those decisions were fine. Now they're not good. So yeah, you kind of screwed the pooch. But last night, UFC 329, we had some stuff and some more stuff and a lot of stuff that actually happened. And I mean, truthfully, gentlemen, how did y'all feel about 329? Like, at just whole card.
well, the funniest thing that did happen is Dana White absolutely losing his shit because they showed Shakur Stevenson on the screen.
Oh, yeah.
And put the Jalen Williams graphic.
Yeah, yeah.
And he lost his goddamn mind
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
press conference afterwards.
He's probably
so
a hot
production T.
Zuffa. He's
Yeah.
the first big name to sign under Zuffa Boxing, and they screwed that up bad.
So he's probably pissed at the production team, at least a little bit. I will say, from start to finish, I watched, I think all of it. The only fight that I missed some of was McKinney and Mr. Bobby Green. I'm not calling him King because, quite frankly, I'm not calling another grown man that. But
What about T.I.'s son King?
who?
T.I.'s son. Like, what you
I
gonna
don't
call
know
him?
him.
All
I don't know
cool.
him.
All right, cool.
I don't know him like that. But, I mean, overall, I think start to finish, it was a really good card. It looked... So, I was talking with our buddy and our confidant and our teammate, Mr. Chris Borrego, and he was like, this card seems better than the White House one. And I was like, honestly, I think the White House one was a lot of matchmaking to feed one guy's ego and boost their bona fide, minus the main card fight. That's the only one that I saw it where like there wasn't like a clear cut favorite. But like every single fight on the 250 card, the White House 250 was like we knew who was gonna win. The only one that was surprising was the Poetan fight, and then the Gaethje fight. outside of that, we all knew every single fight that came up, who was gonna win.
I knew both of those fights too. By the way,
Yeah, I was wrong.
I don't want to brag, but I was.
sitting here
But
like,
Shout out
but
to-
I went perfect.
Yeah. But on this card specifically, I think you saw more of a technical aspect from the people
It was
that they
more
put on this
even.
card. It was a good, solid card versus like, oh, we're gonna feed Josh Hokett, who's young and spry, to Derek Lewis, who's 49 years old and smokes black and milds.
hey, bro, you
barely
picked Derek Lewis,
trains.
by the way.
I don't know why I did that. I just wanted
Because
Josh
you,
Hokett to like calm
you also,
down.
yeah.
I just wanted Josh Hokett to calm down. And Derek Lewis once again proved me wrong. But
I
this
thought
card-
you knew better.
you know, I think it's because it was his willingness to fight on that card. I was like, okay, he's, maybe he'll approach it a little bit differently. But
My fault though. You finish. I
Yeah.
know where you're going. Go ahead and finish it though.
oh yeah, overall, good card, solid outing from everybody. There's some prospect in Gable Steveson that made his debut, and we'll get into more of the weeds of that. Tracy Cortez got beat up. So it was just a good card. It was a good, solid card. Minus
What do you? Yeah, I was gonna say, what do you grade
the
that
main
event?
event of the evening. Connor ripped everything apart in his knee, and then tried to fight, and then Max was trying to say like he blew his knee out, he can't stand. And shout out to Carter for at least trying to survive it, but you knew when he fell. It was on that first jump kick, and when he fell awkward, and then for some reason it almost looked like he was slipping on the mat, but no, he just didn't have shit in his knee anymore. He couldn't drive off of it. And so when you saw that, it was kind of like, well, here we go again. What's next for Connor is the house and bare knuckle boxing. That's what's next. I don't think he should get back in there. Max said something post-fight saying that he wanted to run it back a third time so he could get that money because he knew he was going to get that money.
It's red taxi night.
Psychologically, though, I don't see Connor trying to do that. I don't, because now it's like what is it called? Like if you're scared to go to the doctor, it's like white coat syndrome. He's got octagon syndrome. Like I think he's scared to get in it. I think he subconsciously doesn't think about anything as far as injuries before he steps in it, but once he steps in it, it's like a mental block. Like even Chris Weidman talked about it. Chris Weidman at one point was like, I feel like I couldn't throw kicks anymore after I broke my leg on Uriah Hall. He's like my body wouldn't allow me to throw a kick anymore. I think Connor's going to be going through that same kind of thing. So that's just my thoughts on it. We'll get more into the weeds of it, but that's where I'm at with it.
Cam.
I don't think it mattered because McGregor saved himself from 5 rounds of getting pieced up. I mean, that's what I predicted anyway. So, it sucks that it ended that way. I would give the card a B minus because, from what I've read online and the things that I just listened to, most of the card was pretty good, but your 2 biggest fights ended in less than 2 minutes. That sucks.
But that's because Patty the Baddie is that
right.
guy, pal.
Right.
He's that guy, pal.
And I wouldn't be so down on it if the second of the 2 didn't end in a horseshit way. Like Patty's ended early, from a shoot, but the other one ended early from a technicality. It sucks for your 2 main fights to both go less than a minute, and one of them not even be for like a skill reason, like a legitimate finish.
And
So that's the only reason
Benoit's
why I give it a B minus.
Yeah, and
The same
Benoit's a
thing-
very
I-
dangerous
my-
dude. He's very
my only
dangerous
question
on his
is-
feet.
Was
Yeah,
that
I think
was that Patty being impressive or Benoit Saint Denis being like idiot? you know.
Lad, I had you shooting for legs.
It's crazy because the pre-fight, the keys to victory or whatever, that was one of DC's keys to victory for Patty was go to submissions on any takedown attempt. And it was like 5 seconds into the fight, dude hooks in a guillotine and then moves it to a Darce choke. I'm like, that's crazy.
He says, lad, every fight he's ever had, he shoots. If he does it for me, I'll get him out. And we got him out of there.
I'm gonna take
Got
him out in the
better.
first round. That's what I'm gonna
Man.
do.
Gabe, I watched the highlight of Gable's, whole minute fight, but
It
it's
was
just
2.5.
classic wrestler to me.
Yeah.
I mean, take
Well,
the center, push the pace,
For
pressure.
Elijah Ellison's credit, he was throwing them fucking things. All right, they were. He was threatening him, but the problem that he ran into was the threat of the wrestling, and so he was off of his center of balance a lot of times, and Gable shot on him, but also nobody expected him to throw those kicks that he was throwing.
Yeah, I was
I
about
don't
to say
think
the
he
front
threw
kicks or whatever to the body.
Yeah, he didn't throw a single kick in any of his previous fights, and then guess
Bro, he was
what?
throwing them things hard.
Yeah, he got with
I
John Jones.
wonder why.
Yeah,
Bro, yeah, and
My
then
guy.
as soon as you got inside, he threw them knees. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that's John
Yeah.
Jones right there.
Yeah. Now imagine him as he continues to fight people that he's supposed to beat while constantly training with John, bro. Like,
yeah. He has potential to be something really special. Yeah,
and the heavyweight division is weak as shit. Like, let's keep it a bean. Somebody said it about it the other day. They were like, the heavyweight division now is just like, if you're a good athlete who can kind of fight, you'll be successful.
yeah. That's
all
why
it
Greg
is.
Hardy was ranked at one point in the heavyweight
Yeah,
division.
yeah. Tai Tuivasa was ranked, but yeah,
Hell yeah, shoot the boot.
man, the B. I give it a B as well. The main event being that, I can't give it higher than that. The card, I think it was. They put the card together like the White House card. I feel like was just a spectacle.
Yes,
That was WrestleMania. I don't think WrestleMania for WWE is always the best card. It's just the biggest spectacle. I think this was a better card. Like you said, the fights were better, but it wasn't bigger. Shouts out to King Green because I thought you was up out of there, my guy. Brandon Royval, you proved me wrong because for a second I thought Kavanaugh had you. I was in here
Yes.
lit. My next question goes straight to you, Isaiah. Sandhagen, is his window shut?
it's done, boys.
Get him out of there.
It's done.
Get him out of there, Dana. No, I'm joking.
The reason I say that is he didn't look sharp, man. His striking did not look sharp. He's really good with his takedown defense and did not look good at all in that. He just looked like a step behind, like a step slower.
Yeah.
And I think he's to that point. He's fought for the title twice now. And he's only lost to title contenders outside of that Pillishaw robbery a couple years ago. I think his time it's passing him by. I hate to say it. If he would have won last night, I definitely think he's back in the mix. But now, no.
I think he should just go up to featherweight. Patty, hey, dog should get whatever he wants next. If I'm
Yes.
being
Bro,
honest.
is he the most over fighter right now?
Yes.
In that, I mean, the crowd went crazy during his
They
intro.
always do. They always
It's-
do, no matter where he's at.
Like I knew he was a crowd favorite, but damn, dude, I'm like, bro, they were getting lit. I was like, okay.
Him getting beat up by Justin was probably the worst thing to happen to the UFC.
But the
it
best
just
thing
be-
that happened to him.
Yes. Yes. Because, and honestly, I think he should try to beat maybe one more person. I'm sitting here tiptoeing around it. Dana, hey, Ilya, Patty, now.
Make that
That's
happen.
the only one that makes sense.
Right
I
now.
think-
Patty talked about it
think-
in his press conference. Like,
Winner of Ilya Patty should fight the winner of Holloway Gaethje. They need to let Gaethje try and get that one back. Let Holloway
I'm
get
with
a
it,
chance
bro.
at an undisputed title.
I'm with it, bro. I'm with it. Like, it might end worse,
dude,
but
Bronx is just right there.
man, fuck Charles.
Let
Like,
Bronx have
respectfully,
McGregor.
let Bronx have Armin again.
Armin
McGregor.
is bro.
You got to
Armin
defend the
is-
BMF title, bro. Go find somebody else to
Yeah.
fight. Go fight
But-
Nate Diaz.
Bro, Armin is too busy doing the BJJ tournaments. He's not even trying to get back in the octagon. I don't know
That's
what Armin's
RAF, bro.
doing.
That's RAF. A lot of them
Yeah.
dudes are doing it to make more money, but just give him Armin shit for the BMF. They're both happy. Armin just made a bag picking Gaethje over Ilya.
I just feel like the only two fights for Gaethje that make sense are Holloway and Patty. But Patty has an opportunity to have a big draw with Ilya, where Gaethje probably wants to get that one back against Holloway.
Facts. Because he was face down, ass up.
Yeah.
And low key, the real fight that should be made for the lightweight championship should be. Wait, is it the lightweight? Yeah. Justin Gaethje fighting a returning Dustin Poirier. There's no time.
Bang.
Sign up the trilogy, bro. Sign, put the
bad.
trilogy, bro. It's gonna be bad.
Hey,
for
call
yeah.
him.
Hey, Dana, come on, bro. Come on.
Bunch of hoes ain't gonna let me fight. I'll fuck you.
Anyways, my thoughts on the Conor McGregor Max Holloway. Realistically, like, this is just what it is. I'm so shocked. I get so shocked when people don't expect this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I learned very early on, and I say this all the time, that watching Mike Tyson on his way out showed me, like, oh, bro, like, I don't care who you are. If you start partying and you stop taking this shit serious and you're not as hungry as you were, you're going to get beat up bad. Really bad. And so I watched Mike Tyson be the most ferocious guy ever and make bad decisions. And then he was just getting beat up by everybody. That's what everyone should expect from Conor McGregor. And sometimes it's not even just your fighting, it's just your body. Your body dealt with all that shit, bro. Like, you wrecked your body. You're not finna you're not going to start putting like water in your gas tank and expect it to continue to run smooth, bro. Like, it's over with. It's over with. You fried it. You fried all of it. And you just can't rebound from it. I think he needs to fight one more time. As a fight fan, I don't want him to book Max Conor for a trilogy. I would much rather Conor fight one more time, and I think he is, just to get out of his fight contract so he can start making some of those stupid-ass Jake Paul fight money.
So he needs to fight Michael Chandler and
Yes.
leave. That's the
Yes.
only one that would make sense.
Michael Chandler versus Conor McGregor. Loser and winner leaves the UFC.
Book the fight. It's a retirement fight for both of them. Just book
Yeah.
it. No matter
Yeah.
what, you can't fight anymore.
Yeah, that's what I would do, honestly. But yeah, I think it was a cool ass fight. But just let's keep pushing and talk quickly. What are some of the college football teams that y'all think should be looked at as national champion favorites? And what is the best conference in college football?
I think that's the SEC. That's not even a question. I think some of the favorites right now, I don't really think we have a clear-cut one. I mean, the closest thing that you could say is Ohio State could be a good favorite. But outside of that, man, I'm not really seeing anything from anybody that makes there's right now with NIL and the transfer portal, right? It is now starting to rear its head and look more like the NFL and look more like it's a toss-up. You don't know who these guys are bringing in, which guys are leaving, and so the consistency of like the dominance of what was, an OU back in the day, what Alabama was, what Georgia had their little run on, that's non-existent. So clear-cut favorites, I have no idea, because now more than ever, teams will be 7-0, be ranked number 1, and then lose 3 straight or lose 2 straight. So it really now, especially with the playoff system, it's about making it to the dance. really, and then getting on that run. It's starting to become more like how we talk about the NBA playoffs. Like you just got to be hot at the right time, and that momentum can carry you into being a national champion. But no, I don't. Maybe Ohio State, but outside of that, no, I don't think there's like a clear cut like, boom, this is the team that's gonna make it back. I don't see that right now.
Big
Cam,
Ten's
let them know.
best conference in football.
Wait, who?
They've won. They've won how many natties in a row?
Who?
3, 4. Big Ten.
Get them.
Until they're knocked off. And it's not just the team that wins the natty. I mean, they're deep just like the SEC, and they're winning natties. So, I would say that until the Big Ten is taken off the natty pedestal, you can't really go against them. My favorites, I would say probably Oregon in the Big Ten, Ohio State, probably my 2 favorites out of the Big Ten. And then out of the SEC, I'll say Georgia.
Hey, there's a dog down
And-
there in the bayou, baby. Okay,
and
in Baton
man,
Rouge.
I fucking care about LSU. Texas A&M, man. I think Mike Elko's got that shit rolling, and I think last year they were on the right path and just kind of hit a snag, you know. But I'm a believer in Mike Elko and what he's turning A&M into. I also like what OU's turning into. I'm just not ready to jump on that yet. I think OU has a lot of potential to make some noise. But yeah, those are. I was
I
on
got
the
you.
Texas Tech train, but
I agree.
the Sorsby thing, that's too. I mean, if Will Hammond was okay, then they wouldn't have fought so fucking hard to keep
Sorsby, right?
Like-
knowing that he was cooked, bro.
Yeah, bro.
knowing.
Like nothing
He-
screams "fuck." We need this guy more than we're gonna try and convince everybody that gambling on your team isn't that big a deal, and he needs a second chance. Like,
oh God,
So,
right.
He's gone to therapy
I just-
about his
yeah.
gambling.
I agree with y'all though. I do think that I'm pretty sure it's just normals like Ohio State, Oregon. I think Georgia will be in the mix. But I'm gonna do it, Cameron.
do
I
it.
don't give a fuck.
Do it.
Boomer, baby. Boomer sooner. Give me, and it's because like honestly, why not? You know what I mean? Like, why not? Like you said, it's about getting in, and once you get in, can you get on a run? And I think the playoffs being deeper, it honestly it'll help the SEC because I do think that it'll cause some of those Big Ten teams like Ohio State and Oregon to not be able to avoid playing multiple great teams to get to the championship. So I think they will play in OU and some teams like that. So it'll be clear now that they're the best rather than have some questions of like,
I feel like one reason why I'm high on OU, man, is because there are few more motivating things than having a team literally like at the end of the barrel, baby. Just like a team that you don't like, a team you beat earlier in the season in their home stadium. Your first opportunity at the college football playoff hosting, and you have them at the end of the barrel, and you find a way to let them off the hook, and then watch them celebrate in your home stadium on your turf. There's not a lot of more motivating like factors going into another season where you bring back so many people from that same team. I think that has a lot to do with why I'm high on OU, aside from just their talent in general.
just
That schedule is scary though, bro.
It is
God,
very
dog.
scary. Again, I said it from my heart. It could be. I mean, you start talking ceilings and floors for OU. It can get very bad if you look at like worst case scenario. But again, that's almost every team in the SEC. If you look at worst case scenario, like Georgia, say their 3 best players tear their ACLs. Hopefully that does not happen. But say something like that happens, brother, it's over with. Like they're gonna
know
look
what?
bad.
Give me the Criminals making a big run this year.
You know who I'm a. You know,
CFP.
just nah. Fuck that. Here, let's before we keep it pushing and get to the quit like buy or sell. You know what? Give me Oklahoma State to win the Big 12.
Clock it,
Bro,
clip it.
if they can
Clock
block,
it, clip it, make it happen.
man, that
They
I like
have
Oklahoma State, man.
revamped. And I think the saddest part of them having to revamp is really like, dude, they were an established contender and had opportunities for 10 straight years, I feel like. OSU had a run under Gundy where it was like, hey, they're going to be in the top 25. Hey, they're going to have an opportunity to compete for the Big 12 title. And then they just.
And then you know what happened every one of those years? They ran into an ass whipping machine in Norman. That's what
Facts.
happens every time.
Yeah. Well, in the first opportunity after OU left, you're like, hey, man, I think they might get
And they
this
were
done.
dog
And,
shit.
Yeah, they
and
was
then
bad.
they sucked. So you're like, what in the hell happened? Your biggest bully was like, I'm out. And you
I'm
decided
transferring school districts. This is yours now.
Yeah, and they were like, nah, we don't want to play it anymore.
OSU was like, you know what? We don't want it either. Fuck it.
Nah, we were here for the chase the whole time. That's all
That's
we
all
wanted.
we wanted. Yeah. Meanwhile, like rando teams that got thrown in because OU and Texas left immediately competing.
Yeah,
Utah,
yeah.
BYU
Arizona.
immediately,
Yep.
Arizona.
I'm
immediately.
a-
Arizona State,
yeah.
I think, won it the first year.
Scattaboo.
Yeah.
That's what got him drafted. Was
Yep,
his
facts.
run at Arizona
Yeah.
State, the first year
Yes.
in the Big 12, and almost beating.
ASU. ASU. I'll say this for OSU fans if you're listening. Just tell me if I'm in over my head, because y'all know better than we do. I'm a Sooner fan. I don't know about them Cowboy crash outs. All I know about is OU crash outs. If I'm in over my head and I should be backed off, let me know, because I'm only excited about OSU because of Caleb Hawkins. Like, that's the only reason I'm excited. Outside of that, honestly, OSU, like, y'all have some good moves. Like, I mean, it should work, but I'm just saying, like, am I in over my head? Like, do I have to make a trip to Stillwater's so I can go to Dirty Curdy? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think they have potential
Eric
to
Morris,
at
man.
least get 6. I give them 6 this year. I
six
give
what?
them 6 wins at least.
Who?
OSU.
Brother, 6?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think,
I'll give 'em six.
I'm going over on that.
Brother.
I said
Give
at
me-
least.
Okay. I would
You're
say
having them winning the Big 12. I'm giving them at least.
give me
6.
the over under number at 7.5.
Okay, that's fair. I could agree to those
I'm
terms.
just curious what their damn schedule is. Like, what teams they have on it.
Big 12 teams that aren't very good. Colorado.
What you talking about?
Their
That's
non-con
Prime's
is
team,
probably
baby.
Dookie.
That's Prime's team.
I'm being for real. I don't
So
know
I think
for
they
sure.
win at
what-
Tulsa.
Yeah, there
They
you
open
go.
at
Well.
Tulsa. They lose to Oregon. They
Yeah,
beat Murray
they get
State.
blasted.
I think. Ooh, you know who could? I mean, I'm curious what Michael Hawkins is going to be like with Rich Rod at West Virginia. That might be something to keep an eye on.
That is
I think
true.
they beat UCF. I think they'll lose at Houston. I think they beat Colorado. They're going to beat Iowa State. They're going to beat Kansas State. I don't know about Texas Tech. I think they'll beat Arizona State. I think they'll beat Kansas. Like, they got a soft schedule.
Yeah, and I think they beat all of those teams because I'm picking them, and that's why. But
That's right. You tell them, brother.
yeah, that's. I mean, hey, OSU Cole, I know you're listening, Cole. Just let me know, bro. A simple text message telling me that I'm in over my head would be fine, because you've seen me in over my head during OU getting blasted by LSU, and that was a rough pill to swallow. So, but gentlemen, let's go ahead and wrap her up with a buy or sell topic. First thing, Lakers, are they contenders? Buy or sell?
So,
So,
You know I'm not selling shit in LA. Ku Klux Lakers is here. Like, y'all, I think they're gonna
I
make
think
one more move.
I think they'll be. I mean, they could host a first round.
Yeah.
but I just don't. I mean, it's San Antonio, Oklahoma City.
Hey, Luka's finna cook. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, Isaiah, you saw. All right, next
Yeah.
one up, and we kind of talked about this earlier. Cowboys making the NFC Championship. Buy or sell?
So
I'm buying, baby. We them boys. This is our year. Okay, fuck what you heard. It's what you hearing. Jerry Jones is gonna get his Super Bowl in the same year that our great country was established 250 years ago. Not the same.
So-
Super
part of
Bowl
the
would be in
season.
just
yeah.
so
Yeah, so
we're
it's
clear,
season. Okay, and
for
then he's
all
gonna
you
die respectfully.
fucking Eagles fans that were all Isaiah knows what he's talking about. He just flipped the script on y'all.
I
that
didn't flip
quick.
no
Sold the
script.
fucking
I
farm.
didn't
That
flip
quick.
no script.
Go
Go
Birds.
they're gonna-
Go Birds.
boys.
Yeah.
Look, they're gonna at least make the NFC Championship this year. I didn't
How
say
about
it.
them
Yeah.
Cowboys? He went from Go Birds to
God
how
damn.
about them Cowboys?
that quick. That quick.
I'm only
UFC
doing that to be an ass. by
Yeah,
the
I'm
way.
sure. UFC creates another superstar in 2026.
We already got one. I'm buying that.
Yeah.
You know who it is? Josh Hokett.
I was gonna say Patty to Batty too,
Yeah, I
but
was gonna say
But he been that
But-
since before 2026.
Hey, man, yeah, but I think doing it like I agree. I think Patty has been a superstar. However, now it becomes you have to recognize it because he performed on a Conor McGregor pay-per-view.
Card,
Not a like what it's just you can compare it. Cuz you know Conor could be going to a fight that you know he's going to get crushed. Right? Like they could say, Conor, we're giving you Islam. In that walk, people are going to be losing their mind because it's Conor McGregor, right? Well, you understand what's probably going to happen, but it's Conor McGregor, so it's going to be loud and whatnot. Patty's that. There's no more ignoring it.
Oh, shout out to Bobby Knuckles getting the dub.
Oh, facts.
light
At lightweight,
heavyweight.
light heavyweight, yeah.
Yeah.
Facts. Cam, you bought it. You bought it too.
Yeah.
The UFC. Okay. I will buy. This one's for you, Isaiah. WWE has its best year creatively in a decade.
I'm selling that because they
So
still
when-
ain't done nothing with it.
Yeah, but when the last
about?
10 years, from like 2015, 2016, did you just be like, ever like, oh, it was good?
Yeah, I think it was 2015. So let's rewind the clocks. That was around the time that
So
we were getting the whole Shield stuff and
That was
Around, like,
shortly after.
2015.
That was shortly after the show.
oh okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, but Roman Reigns was cutting his teeth and establishing himself as a superstar. So was Seth Rollins. You had a lot better writing. John Cena was still part of the company, the GOAT. Randy Orton was still younger at the time. I think the writing was better in 2015, 2016, even though they were on a PG format versus what it is now. Yeah, I'm so.
2024 was the best year they're gonna have in a long time.
Yeah, that's the only reason I would sell it. I think that 2015 writing was horrible. But
I'll remember that.
bro, it was just it was horrible because they couldn't create stars. Like everything that you're saying that they're doing
Was
now,
Brock
that was
Lesnar still
Yes.
gatekeeping back in 2015?
Yes,
Oh,
that's
AJ
around.
Styles was back, and
Yeah,
like
yeah. They
was that time
were,
period.
yeah, they were getting held down because they were pushing Brock, and it was very obvious. Like, oh, Shinsuke Nakamura could be a champ. Nope.
Finn
You're cool.
Balor.
Yeah, Finn. Yeah, all those dudes got washed out and just kind of chilled into it. And it's kind of like now they're actually some of them getting their just due. With obviously like Sami Zayn winning the title, only lasted 9 days, but I am definitely selling that. And last one, an underdog makes the college football playoff.
Yeah. I'm buying.
Bye.
Bye. Because nobody believes that Oklahoma State is going to win the Big 12.
Because
And make the college football playoff, baby.
bro. Like it's crazy. Bro, if there's some question marks, but what is known is that they are going to put up points. That offense is going to produce. Can they get enough stops?
And they
bro.
got there early enough. They got there early
Yeah.
enough to like
Yes.
really work out those kinks before they got into the summer. So I think by the time the first game rolls out against Tulsa, yeah, I think they're gonna be okay.
Yeah, I agree. All right, gentlemen. Well, what do y'all want to leave the listeners with?
Go
Talk some
bird,
shit.
go
Get the
bird
fuck out of
boys.
here. Get out of here.
Respectfully, nah, man, we're inching closer and closer to some fantasy stuff, and football is about a month away, a solid month away before we really start getting into it, looking at preseason again, and I'm just excited for that. All the listeners, stay with us. We're kind of cool, so that's all I got.
Hey, go Birds. No, I would never do some shit like that. Steelers Nation, we out here. Ku Klux Lakers, we out here. Yeah, we out here. I would say also, fuck Belgium, for beating USA in the World Cup. Like, that's why y'all got handled. Like, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
We're
Did
gonna get
who
our
who
boy
beat
Trump on the phone, and we
who
coming.
who beat
God damn
Norway?
England, who also beat
Yeah,
Mexico. Those
Fuck
sons of bitches.
England. Like, it's always that, but like,
I think this is their time to try to take over the world again if they win this
No.
World Cup. They'd
no.
be like, you remember when we had that
Wemby
shit
too?
about
Man, see, and that's why
300
Wemby
years
will never
ago?
be the face of the NBA. All right, Ken, what you want to leave him with?
Like Isaiah said, football's coming, baby. Can't wait. Can't wait. Duval. Y'all ain't ready for that.
Drew Aller will be the best quarterback in the NFL in 5 years.
Malik Willis will win most improved player.
3
this year.
games.
He's gonna get the MIP.
3
this year.
games.
Most improved. Okay.
Most
Call it a
guaranteed top 5 pick.
No, we're winning 6 games.
3.
6.
Next episode, you want to go through and do look at the numbers and just like over under on wins, or have we
Oh,
already
like
done
look
that?
at the actual set.
Yeah,
over
like the
unders on
teams and like the Cardinals over under 4 games.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah,
be
we,
with that.
yeah.
I mean, we did it last year. It's about time we
Yeah.
do it again. So, all right, cool. Well, we will be back one of these days. No guarantees. Thank y'all for tuning in.